look, so I wanted to start talking about how confidence starts from childhood, right? So anyone that
Yeah,
has kids out there or want to have kids out there, understand that you're setting your children's confidence level up right now. There's going to be some innate traits. There's going to be some things about his or her personality that may lead them to bigger or a little less confidence, but largely confidence and self-esteem, which are hand in hand, start when they're kids,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Start when they're kids. This is a really important topic. Let me get my awesome or my tea. My baby made my tea for me.
You really? I'm drinking cocoa. You know,
Ah,
cocoa.
I got chamomile and mint.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, there are these very nice teas you can buy. Yogi. They are called Yogi.
Mm,
So there's like 35 different flavors. There's a big variety, and in every piece of paper that holds the sack of tea,
yeah.
it has a little quote every day.
Huh. So what's your
Yeah,
quote for today? Oh, you're not drinking tea. You're drinking
yeah,
cocoa.
but you know, actually, I collect. You know, I collect them, the best ones, in front of me to see them. So the one says, "Your potential self is infinite."
Ah,
The,
I like it.
the
Your
other
potential
says,
self is infinite.
the other says, "Be proud of who you are."
Mm.
The other says, "You are unlimited." So it's like,
You are definitely unlimited, fam. All right,
yeah,
so look, I want to make sure that we keep on track because I want to keep these at 20 minutes, you guys. I want to try to keep these at 20, 30 minutes tops. I know we get to talk and we'd love to share our knowledge, and I want to make sure that we're not sharing too much. We'll develop some seminars. Oh, speaking of seminar, look out for my parents mentoring teens seminar. It's coming up pretty soon. And it's going to be specifically for parents that are trying to get a handle on how to mentor and raise their teens, right? Their
yeah.
rebellious teens. So, anyway,
This
so we
is
were talking
so
about,
important and so much needed,
yeah.
because if you have developed a social perception, you see everywhere around you people that weren't raised in the best way when they were children, and they
Mm,
they weren't given the right tools to thrive in
mm,
life. And
yep.
one of them, you actually mentioned it before, it's self-esteem. That
Mm,
to me is the absolute lowest foundation upon all the others are standing up.
mm, mm,
Everything lies on self-esteem, and I think it's the beginning to everybody, to build a strong self-esteem, no matter what you got from your childhood.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
but you're
that's,
you're doing something amazing by helping parents instill this to their children.
I'm trying, man. But we're talking about self-esteem, right? So, for parents out there,
You
really,
mean confidence?
no, I'm talking about self-esteem and
Okay.
how it ties into confidence. But
Mm-hmm.
building your kids' self-esteem is such a momentous thing when they're little. And how do you do that? You go, well, what do I do to get little Johnny or little Maria to have more self-esteem, which ties into having more confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, one thing that you could do is enroll them in sports, right? Enroll them in have them try things, right? By doing and trying and failing, because there's nothing wrong with failing. I've failed more times than I've succeeded in life, and it's okay. My gosh, we're all so afraid to fail. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why.
The childhood.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and my belief is that from all the sports that a young child can enroll at, martial arts are the one thing that by far will instill more confidence and
Absolutely.
self-esteem, you know.
Well, I taught martial arts for 2 decades, for over 20 years, and I've seen the shyest, most timid people, girls, boys, come in, and after a month, after a few months, after a year or so, they're just full of confidence. Full.
Yeah.
Shy people just coming out, and they're like, Sensei Dave, when's the next tournament? And
Hmm.
they're wiping tournaments up, and they go, wow, I remember when Sarah was just this little girl that didn't want to kick anybody, and now she's kicking people in the face. Oh my goodness.
Oh, well done, Sarah. So, uh, I would like to share, as far as confidence, a definition I have in mind as to how I perceive confidence.
Hmm.
It's something I've read somewhere, but in two lines, it was giving a very accurate to me definition. So, confidence is the state of a person where you either believe you can handle a situation, or you can learn, or you believe that you can learn how to handle the situation. So either you are ready or you can learn how to handle it,
Hmm.
you
Okay.
know. And
Yeah.
I found this to be really very true. So this speaks two things to me, that either you believe you're ready to approach women, for example, or
Mhm.
to be in a relationship, or to meet new friends and new people, or you can learn how to do that, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. You can, and that's why we're sitting here. So we're teaching you
Exactly.
not just the why, but the how you can change this thought
Mm-hmm.
process or this behavior. So and the last thing I wrote down is introvertedness versus extrovertedness, right? So just
Yeah.
because you're introverted doesn't mean that you're not confident. It's just that you
Mm-hmm.
display your confidence in a different way, right? Now,
Absolutely.
let's keep it real here. People that are more introverted tend to be less confident than people that are more extroverted, especially in social dynamics, right? In their social areas. So, understanding who you are, what intrinsic or learned behaviors and traits you have is important, right? Understanding if you're extroverted or introverted is important, but understanding that the ability, right, to be confident lies within you.
Yeah.
Don't
I've
use
seen,
the excuse, right?
yeah, I've seen introverts that because they have worked so much with themselves, they are exceptional in social environments, even with tens of people around them, you know, handling events and stuff. So no matter if you are the most introverted guy in the room, you can always work with yourself, you know, and expand this ability of yours in social environments.
And
It's
how do
not
you do
like
that?
how you become more
Yeah, if you're introverted, how do you get used to being a little more extroverted or more confident in social areas? What do you think?
well. First of all, start with the basics. You can always be have a smile in your face, like not a fake one, but if you try to approach a person, you know,
Hmm.
do it with some smile, you know. It's always gonna be it's so a friend of mine was saying that smile is the social lubricant.
I like that.
You know,
That's
yeah.
true. That's
Yeah,
very true.
exactly. So I've seen so many times that when I approach someone with a smile, they have a completely more open approach that those that I approach without smiling, you know. So this is a very basic tool. And you can always start small, you know, one step at a time. Instead of approaching a set of 5 people in a party, you can always talk with someone that you might know or you have seen somewhere else again and you seen him for the second time.
Yeah.
So you said know your level of confidence. Being aware of your weaknesses and your strengths is important. So if you know the level you are, don't go straight for the 10 people. You know,
Yeah. Baby
go
steps.
for, yeah, baby steps, exactly. You know, I might go in the summer. I might go on the beach alone if everybody is busy. I might go for a swim. And I don't find it weird to meet other people that might be in companies of 5 or 10 people, you know, because I
Yeah.
might play rackets with them or no matter what, you know. And what
Yeah.
happens usually is I know everybody until I leave the beach, you know.
By the time,
And,
yeah, yeah.
but this is
So,
normal
so,
for me in this level. Many years ago, I wasn't there yet.
but you had to work on it. You worked on it, and that's the
Exactly.
key. That's the
So
key to
step.
all of this is, and that's why we're doing these coffee times and sharing a little bit of knowledge is for people to understand that there's areas of improvement in life, and you gotta be real with yourself. You gotta identify.
Mhm.
There's too much fake in the world, right? There's too much fake.
Yeah.
There's too many filters, and what happens is you begin to lie to yourself, and then your life is full of mediocrity. Just you've settled. You've just settled throughout life. You
Yeah.
just settled. That's it. And I wanted to switch gears a little bit into specifically what we're talking about is men. So how does confidence impact dating for men? Like dating women for men. How does confidence impact it? What do you think, Ryan?
Well, you know, most women want a dynamic person, you know, that he's not afraid to go for what he wants in life, you know. So
Yeah.
by watching them approach with confidence and because women know that approaching is involves social pressure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when they see a guy that will overcome this pressure, he will overcome his fear, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, this is something that shows them he's strong, he's mentally
Yeah.
strong, you
Yep.
know.
Yep. It's attractive. I think most women find the guys that can just uh, grow a pair of balls and come up and say hi. Oh, my cat is saying hi. Hi.
He grew a pair of balls.
we cut his balls the other day.
Oh.
So so except for Rico, that's not going to grow a pair of balls. If guys could just walk up to a woman and say hi, and without these cheap lines, without really needing a lot other than being framed and having something to talk about, they could get so far. But they lack the confidence to even walk up and say hi to a
Yeah.
woman, better yet, a stranger.
Hmm.
And that's kind of problematic. That's problematic because what happens? Here's the biggest deal for me: men and women, but men end up only dating in their social circle. They only meet people that
Yeah.
that are
They
in their
somehow met.
yeah, the separation, the 7 degrees of separation, and so they're all interconnected. They never get out and meet totally new strangers. They never
Hmm.
walk up to somebody at the supermarket because they find her attractive and say, "Hey, I think you're attractive. I want to get to know you. What's up?" You know?
Yeah.
It takes some cojones, you know, to be able to just do that. And so
Mm-hmm.
I challenge guys, any guys that are watching this now or later, um, come outside of that comfort zone of yours. Come outside of the bubble. Have some more confidence and just have a conversation. That's all it is a conversation with a stranger.
But you know, Dave, I find that people that are really low in social practice, I would say,
Mm.
for them this is not step number one. This is step number 100, because going to a completely stranger in the street or in the bus or wherever, even in the gym,
Mm.
it takes a lot of balls, you know. So I would say that people can start going in more social arenas like the
Okay.
gym or dance or lessons, where they can meet more people, and by meeting more people, some of them may become their friends. Some of the girls, for the guys I'm speaking, some of the
Yeah.
girls might get interested, or they might get interested in the girls, and by start communicating with girls that you all have a context and some commonalities. So for example, you both learn Spanish, you both learn how to dance hip hop, for example, or you go for Toxbow, is it the right one? Uh, like
Peanut butter.
Legolas from the Lord of the Rings, the bow and the
Crossbow, or
crossbow. Yeah.
bow and arrow. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So yeah, even if you're doing I actually went to martial arts school, and there was a couple there that met in the school, you know.
Mm.
So there you go, wherever. And this is easier, you know, because it's not like, it's more normal to most people's mind to talk to somebody that you are doing something together, you know, in the same context and in doing the same activity.
Okay.
So this is what I'm trying to give easier steps, you know, for people. Uh,
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Join a group, do something
yeah.
in your social, you know, in a social environment, and this will give you some practice time, and you'll get to meet new people. You'll get to meet
Mm-hmm.
other
Mm-hmm.
people.
Exactly. And you know, it depends on your age sometimes. You know, some activities tend to be for older people, some activities tend to be for younger people.
Mm.
So it's about the demographics, you know. Um, you might think, okay, what kind of people do I want to meet? I want to meet like people that like personal development.
Mm.
That it might be a good idea to go to seminars, you know, because you enjoy the seminars, and you will enjoy people that have the same
Of course.
mindset, you know, the same
Yep.
craving for personal development. If it's
Not necessarily.
activities, yes.
No, go on, go on.
If it's another activity, if you are a health guy or a gym guy, you might enjoy and go to a CrossFit in your neighborhood, you know, in a
Yeah,
CrossFit center.
I think I wrote that in the comments. I think that's really good. Men can join a social group, and this way they get to expand their social network, but they also get to
Exactly.
practice a little bit in a less intimidating environment, which is really good. Tasha says, yeah, we do even if it's one step at a time or one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, social media, that's a good point, might help now that we're in lockdown. It's so weird. I don't know about social media and confidence. You know, I, uh, I feel like it's the antithesis of confidence, but this is kind of the digital age that we're in. You know?
You know, Dave. I really don't enjoy using social media to meet new people. You know, I enjoy so much to meet people outside in real life
Yeah.
that I don't spend not even just a tiny amount of time to meet people on social media. And I think it's a little bit like being afraid to go there and expose yourself. And this is why most people are trying through the social media right now.
Well, the
Uh,
truth is, at the end, you're going to need to meet up with him or her,
yeah.
right? It's at the end, you're going to need that actual social interaction. I don't know. I think our digital age has pushed along the ability to meet each other online. And even though that's less social to you and I that may enjoy meeting people in person, uh, I can't say it's a bad thing. But I can say that you're going to need confidence in other areas in your life, right? And so if you see somebody that you're attracted to in the supermarket, you can't you can't go and try to find her on social media. And, and confidence bleeds into other aspects of your life, like a job interview. I've interviewed plenty of people that may have been just as qualified as the other guy or girl, but when they came in, they had this aura of confidence about them. They held their head high and they spoke well. They were articulate, and you could tell they were confident in themselves, and
Hmm.
that goes a long ways, you know. So you're not going to go into a boardroom or a business meeting and win anyone over by not being confident.
Yeah.
Um,
You
Sadek says
know,
introverts may enjoy meeting social media more than extroverts, which is true. That's kind of why I said what I said. I, I I don't want to dismiss social media because this is not an avenue you and I enjoy because we like to meet people in person. But I can see it being an awesome avenue to meet people for introverts, right? Someone that doesn't want to get out, doesn't really want to get out that comfort zone, but really does want to meet a woman, and you can do that online, and there's nothing wrong.
to me, social media is a substitute as far as meeting new people. And I find that people that use it, and I have experiences in my environment, they will do it because they have the fear of meeting in real life. They have the fear of exposure, the fear of rejection,
Mm.
the fear of they have performance anxiety. So to me, what is important is to work with yourself and overcome these kind of fears. So afterwards, when you are able both to meet people on social media or in real life, and you are for sure able to do it in real life, then you can choose one of the two. But
Yeah, but what about these super introverts? Like, what if somebody is just really, really afraid to approach a woman? I think that social media can be a decent tool for this lonely guy that is sitting in his basement playing video games all day, like me. Um, I think that I don't want to I just don't want to dismiss social media. I feel you and I agree with you. I think that everyone, introvert or extrovert, can benefit from being more confident and at least having a baseline of confidence um, within him or herself.
Mhm. There is another tool that can be used in multiple things in life as far as performance. And I know you've used it in your martial arts and even other stuff. And I'm talking about visualization.
Mm.
So, what I mean, guys, by saying visualization, It's when you visualize you performing somewhere and having a certain outcome. It's a tool, it's a method that is.
Right. The words strung together in this context made me laugh.
I didn't realize what how it's. Okay, I will.
No,
Anyway,
they're all good words. Sorry,
but
sorry.
what comes in mind first of all, and where it started being used a lot was in Olympic Games.
Mm,
In high performance sports, in championships, and used by champions. So what they do is, apart from their regular everyday practice, they will envision in their minds performing an excellent track record, an excellent jump, an excellent game, an excellent run, an excellent swim, and winning and having the outcome they want. In that case, winning the gold medal in their sports.
So in this
But
case,
in this case, no matter what is your level and where you're gonna go further, you can envision the next step. So if you find difficulty approaching women on the street, you can envision that you do that, and you have confidence, you have the air around you, the person that you talk to has a good attitude towards you, and everything works smoothly. If, for example, this is an easy, if you are already in this level and you want to do something even more difficult, then you can envision the more difficult stuff. If you are much slower and I don't know, you can't even speak to a girl you already know all this time, you can envision that, okay, I'm talking to her without stuttering. I'm talking to her without being
mm,
all nervous. I am relaxed when I talk to her, and I can actually have a decent conversation.
yeah,
So visualization is a tool that many people around the world use in every life situation, from business to health to relationships. So the advice here is to use it for the relationship, since we're talking about men and women, but actually it's a tool that it can be used
anyway,
everywhere.
yeah, yeah,
We talk about it further in our seminars, and so the lucky ones that will be with us talking about important stuff will
yeah.
have
We'll
the full
deep.
topic.
We'll go deep. So switching gears just a little bit about how to become more confident, right? So
Yeah.
we kind of started with childhood. We linked self-esteem with confidence. How introverts and extroverts may differ in their level of confidence, their level of self-esteem. Um, but what about building confidence? For me, I think trying new things. Getting outside of your comfort zone, failing, and realizing that failure is just an inevitable part of life, and it's going to
Mhm.
happen. The more stuff you do, the more you're gonna fail, and that's
Yeah.
okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Being able to let yourself fail is very connected to how much your parents let you fail in your childhood. It's about the programming you got when you were a kid and a
It is.
teenager.
It
And it's
is.
both from your parents and your school and your friends. Uh, so this is about the self-esteem, how to build a great self-esteem that we were talking before. And probably most of the people will need maybe someone to help them about it, to help them realize things, you know, to help
Mm,
them to help them see invisible barriers
Yep.
and explain them stuff. So this is something really deep. It worth the whole effort. But the thing is, if you can't find alone what is stopping you, if you can't realize that you have low self-esteem in order to start developing a high self-esteem, because everything starts from the realization moment.
Absolutely. You got to be
So,
honest. You got to be honest with
exactly,
yourself.
exactly,
Don't
exactly.
BS yourself. Don't trick yourself. Don't tell yourself it's okay. No, blah blah blah. Be truthful with yourself. Where's your self-esteem? Where's your confidence? You know, and
Yeah.
do you personally want to change this about you? And we talked about what areas of life it bleeds into, but perhaps
Mm-hmm.
you're comfortable and you're
Yeah.
happy. And if you're happy internally, then I'm happy for you, right? If you're
Exactly.
looking at yourself in the mirror and you're going, I'm good. Wherever your income level is, whatever your job is,
Mm-hmm.
whatever your house looks like, whatever kind of car you drive, if you're happy with it, I'm happy for you. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, most people are unhappy with the situation that they're in, and they don't realize that they can change it. They just have to develop the habits and explore the tools in order to change these things.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes confidence and the level of confidence that you have. Um, that's actually my second note, and I didn't realize that. I said recognize and be real with yourself about the amount of confidence you have or don't have.
Exactly.
Third thing is set goals.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to X amount of people this week. I'll talk to X amount of women this week. I'll join this group and actually have conversations. So if we're talking about just guys dating women, we've concluded that most women find guys that can approach them or that are confident find them more attractive. That's just a reality. Not
Mm-hmm.
all. So
Sorry, I didn't get that. What you exactly said? That
So
most.
most women find guys that can approach them and have this confidence more attractive. So
Mm-hmm.
what are you as a guy going to do about that? And
Yeah.
you have to learn how to develop that by setting goals, right, and achieving
Yeah.
them will
Yeah.
help you, male and female, in this aspect. You know, once you when you start accomplishing things, right? Why do CEOs, right, seem to just always have a better job, or millionaires always seem to make money, make money. People that are confident and that are happy and their bubble is just they're crushing it. They seem to
Yeah.
never stop crushing it. Why is that? Well, it perpetuates itself. You just go, I'm hungry, I want more. I'm hungry, I want more.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. The more money you get, the more money you get. That when you when
Yeah,
you so the more confident you become, because it's like a
yeah,
loop, a
yeah,
positive spiral.
yeah. It perpetuates itself. It just keeps
Mm-hmm.
going, and then before you know it, you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're satisfied. Before you know it, you're not going to miss opportunities to meet women that you may find attractive,
Yeah.
physically, or if you're listening to somebody talk, and you're at a dinner table with 20 people, you're out talking, and you go, wow, I like what she has to say and what she's about. But okay, maybe I'll meet her another time. Maybe I'll
And
talk to my friend. I'll talk to my friend. Maybe my friend can hook me up. No, go sit next to her. Go sit next to her and say hi. Easy.
And something important, actually, what you just said, many guys think, oh, what should I say? How I should open a conversation with her, And they think that they have to say something really smart, like, really out of the box, something very unique. But what they don't realize is that a woman won't accept you for what you just said, like the phrase. It's because of who you are.
Mm,
It's not a phrase, because if you give a perfect phrase to the wrong guy, it won't have any effect. And even if you give the like a rubbish phrase to the right guy, he will say it, and even then he will have a result. And what I mean by wrong phrase, um, I should give an example on that. Like, even if it's the most boring thing, or just a joke or whatever, if it's a guy that emits value, and he's an attractive person, not just in appearance, but the whole era around him.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really say, something wrong. I don't say go and say you're stupid, you know, within logic,
Yeah.
but for example, let's take you, and I will say it because it's me I'm talking about you. No matter what you say to a woman, it doesn't matter, because it's you. The way you present yourself in front of her, the way you walk, the way you talk, everything about you is attractive. So it doesn't matter what you say. And for a person that really presents himself in every possible wrong way,
Mm.
if we give him a script to memorize and actually go say it, it won't have any effect. Any effect. So
You
that's
think?
why, yeah,
I said, you think? You think so? It wouldn't?
yeah. If it's not backed up by πώς να το πω,
Backed up by
by the
that,
actual person,
yeah,
like,
the air of confidence that he
yeah,
has. Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's gonna be fake. He's gonna be stuttering. Imagine someone go and that try to talk to the girl.
It's difficult for some guys to approach women. Very difficult, extremely
Mm-hmm.
difficult. That you said that's what we're doing in the seminars is really trying to help guys overcome that because it's so
Yeah,
important. I want to see
absolutely.
I want to see everyone living and crushing the life. I just no like, oh, I wish I would have. Oh, I hate that. I wish I would have talked to her. Oh, I wish I would have said something. No, man. Just you build yourself up to the point where you're just crushing every single opportunity
Yeah.
you have in life. So the last thing I had here is exercise, socialize, and create the ideal version of you. And
Exactly.
you got to hire somebody to help you sometimes. People are so afraid to go and do seminars, go and hire life coaches, go
Mm-hmm.
and like involve themselves and expose themselves and be
Mm.
vulnerable to someone. But that's why people like us have studied this and poured their souls into learning the ways that we can help people and the things that we
Exactly.
can help people with.
Yeah, it's exactly that, because if you what we try to communicate here is, it's not like it's easy. It's not a pill. It's not like a
Yeah.
magic pill that you're gonna eat, and all of a sudden you will have the air of Brad Pitt and the charm of Richard Gere. It's something that needs work with yourself. But
Yeah.
the important thing is, there is a way. We give this way because we have it, but there is a way. That's the important thing. You don't have to try to find all this stuff and how to implement it in your life. We already have this, and we can
Yeah.
offer it to the guys that need it. That's the thing. That when you're searching how to do it, you need someone that knows how to.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Well, I don't think I have anything else. I hope that anyone that's watching this with us, and I thank you all for watching this with us and being part of the family, the community of Unlimited Potential. And then everyone that's going to watch this later. The last video, last week's, I think had 700 views so far, something like that. So I was pretty happy to see that. So these are working, these are helping people. And of course, if you want personal help, that's what we're doing. We're life coaches.
Yeah.
And hopefully these Tuesday coffees with Dave and Ryan spark some thought, right?
Exactly.
Go, maybe I should evaluate that in my life.
You know, by accident, I uploaded a video from last week that we were trying to connect with each other. So everything was upside down. It was like a 1 minute video. I wasn't talking or nothing, and everything was spinning around. So it had 380 views until I deleted it because it wasn't needed. But I say, okay, so if 400 people watch the funny video for a minute, you know, then the actual videos that have the value, these coffees that we're trying to give food for thought to people, well, they definitely deserve thousands of views because we want to give the information to the people to think and to start implementing, you know.
Absolutely.
And the last thing I would like to say, because I know I live in a country that I know that many people are not used to hire professionals for certain things. So, for example, here in Greece, many people are not used to hire personal coaches for gymnastics in the gym. They will just go to the gym and do whatever they think they are supposed to do, and they do many mistakes during their practice, during the exercise, and they even get pains all over their body. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so life coaching is another example of people that they don't realize why I should hire a life coach, you know. But let me give you this example. When you have problem with your plumbing, if you don't have someone in your family that knows how to do it, you call a professional. The same goes with electricians. The same goes with builders. If you want to build a house, you actually hire people that know how to build houses. So if you want to build your mindset and you don't know how to do it, because if you knew, you will have already built it, and the results could be the ones that you want.
Yeah.
If you don't have the results, you don't have the mindset yet. So why not hire someone that can help you build the right mindset, because everything starts from there. And you know, you're not doing your own accounting every year. You give this to an accountant. So the same goes with your mind, with the stuff you need help, and you weren't able to do them alone until now. You know.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, that goes with therapy. That goes with a lot of things that really, you know, meditation, you know,
Yeah.
self-affirmations. A lot of people think that's kind of silly stuff, and they don't want to explore it, unfortunately. And these things can help you in your life. So when I talk to my coachees, I talk about tools in a tool bag, right?
Yeah.
You're just putting different types of tools in there for life, and the more tools you have, the easier life is going to be. Because when you need to open that up, you open it, and you're not trying to use a wrench when you need a hammer, right? You got the wrench, and you're trying to hit the nail with the wrench, and the nail is going in, but you're like, oh man, this would be so much easier if I ever went and got a hammer. Go get a damn hammer.
Yeah.
Boom! The nail's in. You're done. So
exactly,
that toolbox of life, that toolbox of life. look, real quick, I want to go over the notes, and then we're going to end it because we're over time already. So
How much, Dave? How much over?
we started with talking about confidence and where it came from, right? Childhood, self-esteem is tied with your confidence. Trial and error, right? Exposing your kids to things, right?
Yeah.
Going through that and letting them know that failure is okay. That's part of success.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about introverts versus extroverts. There's some chat and I see the chat in the comment section here about people being introverted, people being extroverted. The truth is, most people are not on the polar opposite ends of the spectrum. Most people are somewhere in here. We're all different. Some of us don't mind going up to a group of girls. I've walked up to 5, 6 girls and just start talking. I have no problem with that. Before I was married, my wife looked at me. But some people have a hard time just speaking with one. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But be the best you, right? Be the ideal version of you. So if you need to figure out what type of tool to put in that toolbox, right, to make you happier, maybe you don't want to approach a table full of girls. Maybe you just want to learn how to approach one girl. Whatever it is, do it. We talk about women liking confident guys. That's just a fact. I've never met a woman that said, I don't like confident men, right? They don't like assholes, right? They don't like they don't like the overly confident guy, right? The cocky, cocky a little bit is okay, but overly cocky, full of himself, they don't like. But confidence, in general, women like. And you also miss opportunities when you're not confident enough to go seek the opportunities.
Yeah.
Right?
And this is the things you regret the most afterwards, the missed opportunities.
Yeah. So that's it. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Ryan, do you have any parting words, brother?
I'm great. I think we covered everything. And, what we said stands that all these, we covered them in much more detail, and from so many different viewpoints. And what we're trying to do in the seminars is instill the knowledge inside so that you can have aha moments, have the epiphany, the realization of something so that you can change afterwards.
Yep, I agree. And don't feel like we're pushing seminars because we don't even have any coming up right now. I don't want anybody to feel like these Tuesday things are trying to get people to buy stuff. If you have teens and you're working with your teens, shoot me a message. I'll give you early access to the teen workshop, right? To the Parents of Teens workshop. Other than that, I'm not pushing anything. We just want to give this knowledge that we've accumulated over reading and doing and to everyone that's watching. So thanks everyone. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I sincerely.
Do we have any questions from the comments?
Yeah, I didn't ask. Learnt. Catherine says social lubricant is the new word that she learned today. So if no one has any questions, we're going to go on and disconnect. Thank everybody for watching. And the last of the 3-part series for men is going to be next Tuesday, of course, same time, same bat channel. And then it's going to be my absolute favorite topic. I got a video out there. I'll throw the video out there on the pages, on Ryan's page, the Unlimited Potential page, and my page, about framing, right?
Yeah.
And how important framing yourself, especially guys, well, everyone, but particularly we're talking about guys. But the more well-framed you are, for any guys watching this, when you get framed, right, when you fill that toolbox up,
it's a game changer.
Irresistible to women.
Yeah.
Irresistible. Oh, anyways, okay. Hey, thanks everybody for watching.
Let's wrap up. Thanks everybody. See ya.
Peace.